That I heard something. I heard something.
You heard something?
I heard something. I'm not sure what it was, but
Well,
I
hey,
pulled a
everybody.
muscle.
Welcome to It's a Wrap, and this is episode number 6. I don't know if you can see it there, but episode number 6.
Number 6.
John Eden and David Novak. That's the two of us. We are actor, writer, weird people, and this is what we do. We just do this and have fun every once in a while. So today, here it is, episode number 6. John.
Yes.
What do you got going?
I have the unofficial sponsor for the show today, Beaver Buddies from Buc-ee's. That's right. This is it has, as you can see, it has an assortment of 8 fun shapes with baked-in sprinkles. Let's just see how fun those shapes are. For those of you who don't know what Buc-ee's is a pretty cool place to go. We've talked about it before. Let's look. Here's the shapes. They're fun shapes. Let's see what kind of fun shapes we have here today. There you go. We have a bear. Right there, I think that's a bear.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. And we have a bear.
Oh my gosh. That's 2 in a row.
Yeah. We have a buffalo. A buffalo. I don't even know what that is. I'm guessing it's possibly a monkey.
Okay, but
beaver, maybe beaver, a Bucky, perhaps okay. Bucky the beaver.
Wait a minute. Time out.
What?
Okay,
what?
You showed us all these great.
These are fun.
I know.
Fun shapes.
I know, but you haven't eaten one yet. We don't know if they're any.
No. Well, I thought they're fun shapes. We should see all the fun shapes. Basically, what this is a box of animal crackers.
Okay, eat it. Just eat the cracker.
Let's see if the baked-in sprinkles are really a big deal. Mm-hmm.
Is that it? Okay.
Not much to the sprinkles.
Hey, tell us how it is.
They're good.
Is it going to work?
It's your basic animal cracker. Very nice animal crackers. They are fresh.
Very nice.
They come hermetically sealed, and I can tell you that these have been here at my house for about a month. So they came out of the package fairly freshly tasting.
Okay, well that was exciting. You're not
right?
done. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, but as an assortment of 8 fun shapes, I'm not sure animal crackers is really 8 fun shapes. Not sure if that qualifies as anything other than animal crackers.
All right, thank you very much. That was awesome. I think it makes everybody just want to go to Buc-ee's.
You should go
and buy one. But here's the deal: I don't think Buc-ee's is all over the east or the west coast. I know it's not because I lived my whole life in Southern California and never saw ever a Buc-ee's until I went for a trip to Texas, and then I found a Buc-ee's there.
Yeah. Did you go to Buc-ee's?
There's a whole story that goes along with that, but I can't substantiate it at the moment. But I will on the next show. Sounds
like a UFO sighting, if you ask me.
I've got photos and everything, but I don't have them handy right now.
So does the guy who saw the flying saucer. They all have photos. Usually they've been drinking heavily beforehand, but they all have photos.
Okay, so so here, that's called a transition. So,
a transitional noise.
Just transition.
It sounded a lot like my toilet flushing, but okay.
There it is again. Okay,
I flushed it again.
So we're transitioning to. Why do you think I have this hat on and this shirt? Why?
Because you want to be a human flag.
Well, that's part of it. But today is November. November 6th. Which is one day after what?
The big election.
November 5.
Big election happened.
Big election. So we went to bed last night, and
Uh-huh.
we weren't quite sure
No, we were
exactly
not.
what the results were. Wait, there's an animal behind you.
Oh gosh, it's a wolf. It's a wolf.
So see how easily squirrel.
Yeah, yeah. Don't even go that route with me because I will pay attention.
So we went to
They're
bed
everywhere.
last night. We weren't quite sure exactly who
No.
was going to win this thing. In case you're wondering what we're talking about the election of the president.
In case you live in a cave behind a waterfall in the United States or anywhere for that matter, we're talking about the election that happened yesterday.
And we went to bed last night, not quite sure, knowing what was going to happen. We had
Yeah.
an inkling. I kind of thought, okay, Mr. Trump was going to win the election.
Mhm.
And when we woke up this morning, that in fact was the case. Your thoughts?
Yes. Mike, I didn't know what was going to happen yesterday either. And I went to bed and I had my little phone with the election results going, which wasn't moving very fast. And my eyelids were closing faster than the data was coming in. But my wife said, knock it off because you can't do anything about it no matter what happens. So I was like, oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So I went to sleep. Eyelids won out.
So here we are on the dawn of a new era.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
or maybe I should be repeating of a recent era.
Uh-huh.
3.5 years ago, we're going to be, delving into a whole new voyage here. I'm trying to hedge my talk here because I don't want to, because half this audience is of one persuasion and the other half of this audience is the other persuasion. So
Well, you can look at it this way. It is kind of historic because I think he's, if I'm not wrong, isn't he the first president to come back again?
I think he's the second. I think
Is he?
I could be wrong on this, but I'm 98% sure he's the second president that has come back. I think it was Grover Cleveland, but I'm not sure.
Oh, we're going to have to talk to our staff and see if they can't look that up.
Yeah, we have fact checkers and a whole group of people that do this kind of things.
Probably won't be till a month from now,
right?
Till the fact checkers get off the air.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure this has happened in the past once before.
Yeah, I know. I remember. I used to remember that. What was it? Tanned, ready, and rested. Nixon, and he would always pop up. Nixon, tanned, ready, and rested. Like he was going to run again.
Yeah.
But
this is kind of amazing though with Donald Trump. This is probably, and this is what they're saying too. Everybody is saying this. This is probably the biggest political comeback in the history of American politics ever since day one. The biggest comeback, because here's a guy that not only was president before, okay, then he re-ran and didn't win this last time.
He didn't win miserably.
Right, and then not only that, but he's been they've tried to put him in jail. They've indicted him. I can't even believe all the stuff that they've thrown at him. And
right.
Here he is, and he wins last night or this morning or whatever. And not only does he win, but he wins very big, and he wins the popular vote. Mm-hmm. And even as we're speaking, the numbers are even getting bigger. So, and he completely knocked down the blue. They call it the blue wall. You know what I'm talking about? The blue wall?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay. Well, in the northeast section of the United States, there's, about 5 different states that are always heavily blue. And if the Democratic Party wins those states, they call it the blue wall. They're pretty much given to win. And he knocked down, I think he won 4 to 5 of them or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And so far he's won every swing state. So it's been something.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting. I think even the dynamics of who voted and all that is pretty weird, different, and and the absentee ballot thing, and there's been a lot of shifts, and it's I think this is going to be one that people are going to be like scratching their head trying to figure out.
I know.
What was going on, and
I know,
and why pollsters couldn't really figure it out, and all that stuff. So
I know.
It'll be interesting to see and fun to watch, I think. So we'll see what happens.
Now,
Oh,
that's another transition.
I thought I flushed my toilet
Did you
again.
hear that? Okay,
Yeah.
transition coming up.
I wish I could show you my dog. Wait, let me show you my dog. Come here, little buddy. Can you come up here? Come here. Oh, he's not gonna go because he's a little guy. He's my buddy.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, here's a transition.
He's a chow. He's a good chow dog. Okay, another flushing
Okay.
of the toilet. All right.
Los Angeles Dodgers are the
Oh!
2024 world champions.
My goodness.
Yes, they are. And having hailed from Los Angeles originally, I was born there, as you know. And if you
Yeah,
don't know,
sure.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Born
But the Dodgers weren't. Just a little side note.
No, I mean, they won the World Series last week. And since I moved to the East Coast, which is weird just even saying that, because that just happened a couple of weeks ago. But I was up until midnight every night watching these stupid games.
Oh, that's right, because
Yeah.
the
'Cause
delay.
They all started at 8, I believe it was 8:08 Eastern
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So, which, 5 o'clock, in the West. But they all started at 8:08 Eastern time. So I'm sitting
Mhm.
there until 11:30 at night, every night watching these games. And I kind of tend to want to go to bed about, 9, 10,
Uh-huh.
but what the heck is all that?
Hey, it's that wolf playing with a ball. That's what that is.
Okay. So, but anyway,
Big plastic ball.
so the Dodgers jump out. In case you don't know, the Dodgers jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Oh,
They,
look at
they
that.
just- you didn't you know any of this at all? Are you kidding me?
Baseball is not my thing, man.
Right.
If I'm gonna watch it, I gotta be live. Because if I sit at home, I'm gonna do anything else. But
All right,
watch that.
all right. Well, I'm just telling you. Okay, so they
Yeah.
jump out to what the heck?
I told you it's the big wolf with the ball.
No, can't shoot the duck. Okay, so they're up 3-0, and then they lose one game. Okay, so now they're 3-1, and they're playing in New York. Okay, so game 5. Okay, it's best of 7. Okay, first team to win 7. Okay, so game 5 they're playing. The Yankees get out to a 5-0 lead. 5-0 lead.
That's big, right?
That's pretty big. So
Okay.
and that's about halfway through the game is where they're up 5-0. So I'm thinking in my head, now I'm a huge Dodger fan, but I'm thinking in my head, okay, well, it doesn't look too good on this game. We're probably going to go to the next game and, we'll see what happens. But 3-0. I'm still feeling good. 3-1. We're still feeling good, but now we're down 5-0 in that'd be the 5th game, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, halfway through the game, the wheels completely fall off the Yankees bandwagon. I mean,
Yeah.
completely off the wagon. They made, I believe it was 3 errors in one inning. The Dodgers end up storming back and tying it up out of nowhere, right? So now it's 5-5. Yankees jump ahead 6-5. Dodgers come back, make it 6-6.
Oh, this is a sweater.
Yeah, I know. And I'm just sitting there. So now it gets to be, I think it was the 8th inning. The Dodgers jump, or 7th inning, Dodgers jump ahead by 1 run. And the Yankees are putting guys on base, threatening to tie it up or go ahead. And somehow the Dodgers hang on and win it in New York in 5 games. And it was the biggest comeback of a clinching game ever in a World Series showdown.
I'm clinching right now, but I'm going to give them. And
not only that, one more thing before I take the hat off. I'm
Yeah,
going to have to take it off. But one more thing. Freddie Freeman, who's the
Freddie, my good friend Freddie Freeman.
My good friend, too. The first baseman of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
That's where he plays.
He homered in 5 or 6 straight World Series games dating back to the previous one for a new record. No one's ever done that. So he was the MVP of the World Series. He sets a record. The Dodgers set a record for the biggest comeback ever in a clinching game.
Trump set a record. Everybody's setting records.
Everybody's setting records. And you and I are setting a record right now in It's a Wrap in episode number 6.
Yes, we
I
are.
rest my case right there.
Thank you. Well, congratulations. You know what was great about that, though? I'm really glad that it worked out this way because Dodgers and Yankees. That's a classic. Like
Yes.
that's a classic rivalry.
If you had to pick the two teams with the biggest rivalry, between
Right.
the two leagues, yeah, that
I
would
mean, it goes a long way
over
back.
100
So
years, yeah, for sure.
yeah, so it's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool
Pretty,
deal.
pretty cool. Yeah,
And the other thing is that you're on either coast, which then absorbs the whole country into the middle of this
yeah,
game.
yeah. I know.
That's always good. It's always good for television, sports, and of course the Dodgers.
Yes, and I believe they had 15.8 million viewers,
Wow,
which is a good
wow.
amount for.
I think that's more than came out and voted for Kamala Harris. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. I'm just saying.
I think you're right.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay, bud.
Well, yeah. Wait, flush the toilet.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I got to flush that toilet. Okay, you
Yeah,
ready?
flush it. Yeah,
Okay,
go.
transition. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Now
So, hey,
okay.
here's what I got. So, as you know, I'm a messianic believer, Christian believer, and last week was the last day of Sukkot, which is the last of the big holidays for the week, and those are a lot of people. I actually had a discussion with my friend once about celebrating these, and the it used to be really fun with my kids when they were little because we'd go into this gazebo thing we had. Because the whole idea is you built this little temporary structure for Sukkot, 7 days.
Now, I'm sorry to interrupt. Say the name of the holiday again.
Sukkot.
Sukkot.
It's
Okay.
It's yeah. Oh gosh, now it was right on the end of my tongue, and I can't remember what it means. But it's like temporary dwellings. It's
Okay.
where it celebrates the traveling across the desert where we lived in the Jewish people lived in temporary dwellings, and God lived in a temporary dwelling or was with us.
Is that when Moses was?
With Moses and the ark, and
Right.
and he was a pillar in the day, or or cloud in the day and a pillar at night.
Fire by night.
Uh-huh. But he was cohabitating with the Jewish people during that time, and the Jewish people were with him, and everybody was in a temporary dwelling, including where they housed the thing. So before that, we had Rosh Hashanah, which was the New Year, and then 10 days later, you had Yom Kippur, which is the Day of Atonement, and then very shortly after that, you have Sukkot. So, and that's a fun holiday because, like I said, when the kids, we used to just go outside in this gazebo. We couldn't build the little structure, but had it's open air. It's kind of got to be open air, so you can see up. And we put beds in there. We put a TV in there, and then we do, we'd eat out there and do all this stuff. We'd talk about what it meant, and then we'd watch, we'd binge watch Star Wars or every Star Wars movie or every Transformers movie or something. And it was kind of fun. It was really fun. It's a fun time. But I had this little discussion with my friend. She said, we don't have to do that. We're not Jewish. We don't have to follow the law. And really, and it's true, but those 7 holidays all go back to the Messiah. You can, I mean, when you think about Passover, that's a pretty obvious one that everybody can kind of go, oh yeah, I see the similarities and the juxtaposition. But when you're talking about Sukkot, which a lot of people think that may be when he was actually born, was during those months of Sukkot, or that month of Sukkot, where it's it says in the Bible that his name was Emmanuel, or God with us. God was with us on the planet, cohabitating at that time. And then there's also the future of when we will cohabitate with God at that point, when the second coming comes, when the new heaven and the new Jerusalem all come together, and we're all living together with God in our permanent homes at that point. So it has all these holidays, the Day of Atonement and our atonement from sin has huge meaning. And when you look at those holidays, each one of those holidays, it really does, at least for me, brings me closer to an understanding of that relationship between the Jewish people and God, and then us and the Jewish people and God, and that triangle that now exists, and that they're not a people that they're just gone now, and now it's just the Christians. but that they are, they're like that. This is where Jesus came from. He celebrated those holidays when he was here, and
Yeah.
and to start to understand how they look to the future of the second coming, how they connected us to the past, makes it clear why he says in the Bible that these are the ones God sent down. It's not like, Hanukkah or Purim or other good, really important Jewish holidays. These 7 specific ones were God ordained, and so he spoke to Moses and said, "These are things you will do, and you will do them forever." And you have to ask yourself, so if they accept Christ, why are they still doing these holidays? And if you start to look at them, and especially if you like go through a Seder and Passover, you see so many things that just make you go, "Oh my God, that's what the Bible says about the next coming. That's what the Bible said about him." It just starts to make you go, "Holy, God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow." So I wanted to bring that up because those are big holidays. They just happened, and we didn't talk about them last time we were up, and we were right in the middle of them the last time we were doing it. But I thought we should just kind of mention the fact that they went by.
Yeah.
So that was, I think that it really brings me closer to my relationship with God and understanding how it all ties together, and I think it's kind of cool. So that's that.
Very cool.
I'm glad you just sat there nodding your head yes the whole time.
I was interested.
Sure.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, that's okay.
No, I do not. When we get on serious subjects like this, I do not want to be a hindrance at all. I just want to be there for you.
Thank you. Support me, as it were.
And speaking of serious things, if you
Shalom.
There happens to be another podcast, which is a Christian podcast. Just a friend of mine does it. I think it's wonderful. Called "It's All About Relationship."
Oh.
Have you heard of that? It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. You can catch it on Spotify, Apple, all kinds of platforms, and it's an encouragement. Yeah, it's a Christian encouragement show. So anyway, it's really good.
I should talk to him about going on a show. He could talk about that kind of thing.
Yeah, and the guy that does it his name's David Novak. But anyway, okay.
What a guy.
Okay.
You want to flush the toilet? Oh, he flushed the toilet again.
Did it again.
Oh my God.
What do we got coming up here?
All right. So I think now that David has been in the South for a little bit, we talked about waving to everybody that comes by. We talked about that last time.
We kind of touched on that just a bit.
And then there's the Southern, "Oh, bless your heart," which can mean either, "Oh, you're, bless your heart," or it can mean "You're so stupid."
It usually means you're an idiot.
Yeah, sometimes it means that. Well, here's the next one. In the South, you have to put "the" before things that don't usually have the word "the" before them.
Okay.
Like
what would be an example?
"Hey, y'all, I'm going to the Walmart."
To the Walmart.
I'm going to the Walmart. I'm gonna be looking up on the Amazon later on today, and we're gonna be buying some things on the Amazon. I'm gonna go to the McDonald's, pick up some sandwiches. Anybody want some sandwiches from the McDonald's?
The McDonald's. Or
the Sonics? I'm going to the Sonics. So you gotta put the.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Before things that don't need the. Thank you. That's pretty important. If you're gonna live in the South, you gotta do that kind of, and you gotta find the nearest Piggly Wiggly.
It's so funny you just said that because I've heard of Piggly Wiggly. I've never seen one in my life, and then Kathy and I, my wife Kathy, we were driving somewhere.
Not your girlfriend, Kathy. They're two different people.
The wife, girlfriend, not the girlfriend. You know what I mean. Anyway, we're driving back from Costco, which happens to be like 35 minutes away. They're not close here. Okay,
nothing's close.
But we're driving back, and sure enough, I saw a Piggly Wiggly. I saw one, and I've never seen one in my life. I've only heard about them. I knew they existed. It was like a myth to me, but there it was. There it was in living color, a Piggly Wiggly.
I'm trying to drive you to the store, Miss Daisy. That's where he was going, driving him to the Piggly Wiggly. You gotta say the Piggly Wiggly.
So I didn't know they existed, but there she was. And
Yeah.
also, I have noticed a lot. Everybody here. Now I'm from LA. I already told everybody that. I've only been here. How long have I been here? 3 weeks,
Is
4
it
weeks.
that long?
Well, almost 4 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, almost 4 weeks. Lived my whole life in SoCal, but here I am in the South, which just sounds weird to me anyway. But I have noticed everybody says y'all,
Yeah. Yo.
y'all. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing? What can I get y'all? You want a tea? You want a sweet tea? What they always say,
No,
sweet tea.
you don't even. They don't even. It's not even sweet tea. It's tea.
It's tea. Yeah,
If you ask for tea, it's gonna be sweet tea.
I know. My wife says, oh, I'll have a nice tea. She said,
Yeah.
well, y'all want sweet
You want
tea?
sweet? You don't have an accent, so they're figuring you're not from around here.
I
So
know.
we better clarify because it's gonna come up sweet
Totally.
tea.
I got to start putting that accent in there, and I got to
Yeah.
start
Oh
saying
yeah.
y'all, yeah, y'all.
Yeah, and you better just slow down too, because
Oh
nobody
my
goes fast right here.
gosh, talk about that.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
told.
I'm
Yeah.
driving, and it's like I'm used to LA traffic,
Uh-huh.
and everybody's in a hurry, and you get out of my way, and all this kind of stuff, and people here, going 30 miles an hour. Where are you
Yeah.
going? Get out of my way, would you? And it's
No, they just are. That's what I told my wife where we were driving and we're behind a tractor, I think. And we're like, you're just gonna have to get used to it. We used to drive in fifth gear everywhere we went. As best even if it was traffic, we'd be on the side of the road, off the off ramp, on the on ramp again, trying to get around traffic. Here, you're like,
oh
you
my
just
God.
put it in second gear, get comfortable with that, find a podcast, and just figure it's gonna. But when you get on Google and it says it's gonna take you 15 minutes to get there,
Yeah.
it's gonna take you 15 minutes to get there. That's how long it is.
And I've noticed everything we're at right now is 20 minutes away. I'm
Yeah,
not kidding. Every single
yeah,
thing is 20 minutes away,
yeah.
except for Starbucks and Publix. There happens to be one about 7 minutes away from us.
Oh, you're pretty
I
lucky.
know, but every single thing else is 20 minutes this way, 20 minutes that way, 20
Yeah,
minutes this
yeah,
way, 20 minutes that way. There's
yeah.
no such thing as down the street here.
Right.
Nothing like
Well,
that.
we have the Piggly Wiggly right down the street from us. You should go into a Piggly Wiggly just once or twice and check it
Well,
out.
next time I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you should do that. It's exciting for us. But that's the big department store here is the Piggly Wiggly, and then we have the Dollar General Market.
And I
So
went to one of those
it's a
yesterday.
little bit bigger.
Kathy and I
Yeah.
went to one because I'd never been in one, and all these people from the South are just laughing at me right now. I know it. They're
Uh-huh.
all laughing at us because they're not laughing at you. They're laughing at me, and that's okay. It's okay. But I've never been into a Dollar General. So yesterday, after we had lunch somewhere, there was a Dollar General there, and I looked at Kathy. I said, "You want to go in? Just check it out." So okay. So we did. We walked in. Okay, we're done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it was basically a giant convenience store. And,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and-
But the prices are a little closer to Walmart, so they're not. They don't have.
yeah,
They're not real expensive.
yeah, they're not really
It's
expensive. They're not really,
yeah.
really cheap,
No.
but it was like
Yeah.
a huge convenience store. But like
Yeah.
I said, never been in one before, but they have pretty much everything you'd ever want, I guess. So
Yeah.
anyway, there
If
you go.
if you have a Dollar General Market, it's actually got a produce section
Oh,
and a
really?
freezer section.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
If you go to a regular Dollar General, it's just like a big convenience store.
right. And that's kind
But you go to a Dollar General Market and you're getting like a mini Walmart kind of a
of right.
situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And then there's wait. There's one more thing you got to
oh,
learn.
do I have
Yeah.
to transition again or?
Maybe no. Maybe
No.
we'll just save lesson number 3 for the next podcast.
Actually, I shouldn't say transition again. That doesn't sound right, does it?
I'm transitioning.
Audio transition. I'm talking about. Anyway, go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah, uh-huh.
We-
No,
are
I'm
we-
gonna.
we done
We'll
here?
wait. Yeah, we can wait for lesson number 3 unless you want lesson number 3. Oh, there it is. I flushed the toilet again.
Are we all done? Is that it for today?
We could be. I mean, I'm out of things to say unless you've got something else.
Okay. No, I'm good. That's it, man. Episode 6. podcast you just listened to. And if this message has been a fun time, share it with somebody. Oh my God. It's a wrap. Well, that wasn't half bad, I guess.